So if you watching this video, you probably like, damn, like what the fuck? 10 years? Like how the fuck you stay in college for 10 years? Well, I'm about to tell y'all. I don't even know where to start for real. All right, I started college in 2017, right? I was 17 years old, fresh out of high school. And my high school experience wasn't the best, you know? Like I was surrounded by people, but I didn't really have like a friend group or anything like that. You feel me? For the most part, like I was by myself a lot, right? So when I got to college, I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Like college is gonna be lit as fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like I will be lit in college, you feel me? So that was kind of the mindset I had going in, right? So boom, freshman year, and mind you, I wanted to be pre-med, so I wanted to like, you know, become a doctor, that type of thing. So I'm like, bet, well, let me just join a whole bunch of clubs, you feel me, and see, you know, because that's what you're supposed to do for your resume, right? Just have hella clubs and shit like that. So I was like, all right, bet, let me join hella clubs. I started joining all these clubs and stuff, really, like I said, for the only purpose of boosting my resume. But in that, I actually made so many connections and so many friends. Like that shit was actually fucking crazy. You don't meet people for real in your classes, right? Because the professor's always talking. You know, if y'all do group work, you working with people at random. You know what I mean? You're not working with people that you choose. So I think joining the clubs was definitely a power move that a lot of people don't utilize. You know what I mean? That's how you really meet people for real, join clubs. So that's what I was doing for that first year. You know, shit was okay. Like I failed a couple bio classes. I had to retake them. But I'm just stubborn as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Like the type of person I was like, all right, why quit and change my major when I could just retake the class, right? And that's what started happening year after year. Like I probably took biology 3 times, literally. I just didn't want to quit. And so, you know, fast forward 2 years, my sophomore year, you know, I joined a fraternity, Alpha Alpha, shout out to bros. That shit was lit as fuck. You know, I definitely enjoyed my time online. But that was also the time period where my grades started slipping, right? So it's 2018, 2019. I just joined this frat. My grades started slipping. I'm like, fuck. Like, do I keep trying this pre-med thing or do I just say fuck it and change my major? And from what I said earlier, y'all can already kind of guess which one I chose. Like, I chose to keep trying, even though I kept failing these classes. But yeah, so over the summer I got a letter. They were like, oh, you're not eligible for financial aid anymore. I was just like, fuck. Like, how am I gonna pay for this? You know what I mean? Like, so I decided to not pay it. And because of that, all my classes were canceled. This was after my sophomore year, right? So, you know, I couldn't go back to school and I was sick as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was sick as fuck. I was just like, damn, like I finally played around too much. Like I finally fucked up like big, you know what I mean? So I ended up getting a job, started working at Amazon, you know, moved out with people's crib, and that shit was a whole nother arc by itself, right? Cause you know, my family didn't want me to leave, so I still did it anyways, even though I wasn't prepared. And for the next, like, I wanna say from 2018 to like 2022, I was just switching jobs, getting different apartments here and there. You feel me? Like just kind of going in a circle, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and that shit kind of made me feel stuck. I was just like, damn, like, you know, is this what real life is all the way? You know what I mean? Like, is this it? I just go to work, barely be able to afford my bills and then just go back to work. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let me try to go back to school. And mind you, throughout that time, I had still owed them like, I want to say it was like 5 racks or whatever. So I actually ended up getting a loan, like an outside loan to pay for that. And that's how I was able to go back to school. But that was from 2018 to 2022, like I wasn't in school, you feel me? And I just went back 2023. And I still had hella credits to fucking complete. That shit was sick, bro. That shit was fucking sick. But after I decided I was gonna go back to school, I was just like, fuck it. Let me, I might as well move back in with my peoples too, right? Since I'm back in school, and And it was rough at first, but after all, I kind of got used to it. I'm not gonna lie. But that's the scary part too. Like, you never want to get used to staying with your peoples. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 26. I can't stay here forever. But yeah. So this past December, like 2 weeks ago, finally fucking graduated in 2025. Like, gang, what the fuck? I started college in 2017. Like, I think about this shit all the time. Like, you know, like, am I dumb? Or like what? Not necessarily like doctors, but like my friends and stuff would be like, oh, you might have ADHD. I'm like, bro, I hope I don't have that shit. Like, not to say that, like, you know, having it like makes you worse or anything, but it's like, goddamn, bro. Like, I already struggle with a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really need a diagnosis. A diagnosis, you feel me? So I can start taking medicine and shit. Like, no. I would agree that I do have some to a lot of like ADHD tendencies, but I don't know, I just wouldn't want to label myself as that. But, you know, either way, I think the biggest thing with or without ADHD, you just can't ever quit, for real. As cliche as that sounds, right? I could have been like, fuck it, I'm not going back to school. Why the fuck would I do that? But you know, I was just thinking about it, and the way I think about life, I feel like you should always be trying to level up no matter what. You feel me? And why not? Like, that was my thing. Like, why not? Like, the time's gonna pass anyway. Like, you know, you're gonna grow old and die anyways. You might as well try to accomplish shit while we're alive, right? Like the video game of life. That's really how I seen it, actually. Like, which is crazy because I wasn't even looking at it as like, oh, this degree is gonna change my life. Like, I got a business degree. Like, you feel me? I'm still getting denied all these jobs. Like, but I think for me, it was just something that I just wanted to complete and just kind of, you know, finally get out the way. Started college at 17. Literally, my first day on campus was I was 17 years old. I am now 26. Like, just graduating. Like, that shit is sick. And to be honest, I don't even know what I'm about to do next. Just think about, like I said, I'm getting denied to jobs. Like, the job market thing is actually real. And I didn't think it was gonna be like this, I swear to God. Because every time I've needed a job, I've always been able to get it. I know those were like, you know, I don't want to say low quality, but low wage jobs, you know, so it makes sense why you get them easily. But these corporate ass jobs, literally, I get more denials than like text messages. You feel me? More denial emails like, oh, we're moving on with somebody else. I'm like, you know what? I'm really about to go to the military. I'm not gonna lie. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video though. But yeah, just don't quit. You feel me? This shit gonna work out eventually, even if it does take a while. Yeah, I want to say, I guess we talk about it for a little bit. My thing with just the degree is, all right, I'm getting these job offers for like 35, 40K. Like, that's not shit. You feel me? Like, I make more than that now. So it's kind of like, damn, I done did all this work to get this degree just to, you feel me, get worse jobs. So that was kind of my thought process on why I want to go to the military, because it's like, and they also have this thing called a VA loan where you could buy homes for 0% down, you know? And in simpler terms, you could, just clean numbers, you could buy a $500,000 house with $3,000. And mind you, you're making $7,000 a month. Does that make sense? Like, do y'all understand how easy it is to buy homes when you're in the military? Like, and no matter what, real estate is still the #1 creator of millionaires. You know what I mean? So what's my alternative, right? To get a job paying 60, 50K, you know, still have to pay rent, still have to survive while trying to save for a house, you know, a house down payment, because you got to remember, you got to put down a down payment for a house. It can take me another 3 to 4 or 5 years. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The average age of a first-time home buyer is 38. Is that not fucking crazy? 38 as the average? Bro, like, no, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I'm not. So my only options are either blow the fuck up, which is kind of happening a little bit, I guess, or go to the military, because I'm not finna sit here and work until I'm 38 just to buy a house. I'm trying to buy a crib now, rent the rooms out, Feel me? Get them niggas paid on the mortgage, and then we are good. So that's kind of where my head is at right now. Shit. If you got any advice, thoughts, comments, definitely leave them below. I'm trying to get back active for real all the way. No more reaction videos, none of that shit. We're just talking. So appreciate y'all. And we out there, bitch.